Let me unmute. Let me make sure I can be heard clearly. Give me one hot second. You know, we switching it up here. I got so many other videos, so I was like, might as well switch them up a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm pressing down. All right, so my audio sounds fine. Let me know. Does it sound good to y'all? Hey, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? AJay the CEO here, of course. Thank you so much for stopping by again early. I want to apologize for starting so early. I have an on-site in Roanoke, Virginia. I thought it was 2.5 hours. It's actually close to 3.5. So I need a little bit more time to make sure I can get down there on time. I have to leave here by 11 to get me there on time. So again, that's the reason why we started so early. But thank you so much. Hopefully we can go a little bit longer, maybe an hour and a half, because I need to be up and out of here by 11:15 at the latest. All my bags are at the door. We're going to be heading out there from there. But let's go ahead and do some shout outs and say hello to everybody. Let's see. Dylan, what's going on? Tommy, hey, hello. Video streams, hello. Norm, hello. Francisco, hello. Hopefully the music was not too distracting for you. Darius, hey. Augustine, what's going on? And if y'all didn't know, Augustine is one of my video editors. He has been doing a great job. He's actually my first contractor that I ever had. Been rolling great. Appreciate him. Got a new little bundle of joy that's probably keeping him awake a little bit. But thank you so much for all the hard work that you're doing, Augustine. I really appreciate it, as well as D, my admin. Keeps me straight, my calendar straight. Really appreciate it. Sam, it's been a while. Hello. Thanks for joining. Justin Holloway, hey, good morning. Ty Johnson, hello, good morning. Mike, what's going on? Brian Jones, hello. Ty Johnson, hello. Sleek Television, hello. Josh, what's going on? Steven, hello. I hope y'all are all doing well. Hopefully, let me do this here, if you don't mind, for the YouTube algorithm. Not for the Vine, but for the YouTube algorithm. If y'all can go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't hit subscribe, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos. Folks, really appreciate it. If I do not get to your question, please realize you can email me at questions@ajhomes.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. But I'm giving y'all fair warning. December 10th, this bruh is shut down for about 3 weeks. We're going on a much needed vacation, and then my little one is turning 7. So we're going to have a great astronaut space themed birthday in some way, shape, or form. But I will get back to y'all as soon as possible. If you want me to do any type of work, you got to contact D as fast as possible. My days are filling up super fast. And I didn't put my phone on mute. Hey, Augustine, another message is going to come to you real quick. Adjustment to that video that you did. They want to see if you can add some balloons and some confetti at the end, if possible. Please, sir. What else we got? Big shout out to all my Patreon and YouTube members. Thank y'all so much. I don't think I have enough time. I didn't put the updated names, but we got a bunch of folks. Really appreciate it. Again, folks, we have a goal. Once we get to a combined monthly from YouTube members as well as Patreon of $1,000, we're going to start giving away an A10 Mini Extreme every month. That's a way for me to give back to y'all. And Josh, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Well, actually, I'm gonna show everybody something real quick. We done did something, folks. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can see what that is. It's something called a Model Y. That's the goal. We got a ways. It's not available until October. So that is my personal goal, to get some stuff like that taken care of. But y'all weren't here just to hear me blab. We're here to try and help answer y'all's questions. Hopefully we didn't break the internet with some questions that I put out there yesterday, as well as on the Facebook group. just want to get y'all thinking. About the purpose behind everything that we're doing here. Augustine, I will send you the font name here in a second. Once this is over. So let me jump through here, see if y'all got any questions for me. Oh, Josh, he posted it. Thank you so much. That's the font. Let me see. Josh, I do have your memes. Thank you. I was going to actually use the Mac for what I normally do, but I was having some issues with the Monterey or whatever it's called. It's not outputting to my A10 stream for a second screen, so I just didn't want to try and balance that stuff out. So let me see. Tommy has a question here. Early question, is there an effective DSLR wall mount to use for streaming? Well, there's a bunch. Honestly, almost any can work. You can honestly use the PTZ mount, which is very stable for that. And let me go over here to the Zon of Amma and get you up here. Let's do the super source. That's the reason why we had it set up, AJ. So it makes it easy for you to show stuff like this. That's the center screen. And let's go to the super source. All right, so what we're gonna do, honestly, I would think that would be the easiest one because it's very stable. And honestly, you could actually used to get those for cheaper than that. But I would honestly go with something like this. The main issue that I would have with the DSLR is how you're going to control it, unless you're just putting it up and it's being powered and it's going to stay on, it's not shut down. If that's the case, honestly, one of these mounts will work perfectly fine for that. So I will get a link. Oh, I'm sorry. I think the comment was blocking it. No, it wasn't. Yeah, but I think it would go with that. And like I said, I will put a link to that for you in the chat. Camera mount. Yeah, because the quarter thread at the bottom, you just get a screw that will come with it, and then that will go through and lock the camera in place, so it should be good. So something like this, you just screw into the bottom of the mount, hold it in place, so it should be good to go. So hopefully that helps you. What else we got out there, folks? Let's see. Augustine wants to know, have you noticed a decline in live stream viewers recently? For the event, yes, but the numbers have made up for themselves over the week, I would say. And let's just put my feet to the fire and let's see what's going on. I wasn't at church. Actually, I haven't been at my church. Actually, not going to be at my local ministry for this entire month. I'm actually somewhere else pretty much every Sunday and every weekend. So if we cut over here, let's look at the numbers here. So right here, we had 43 views for our recent live stream. And our stuff fluctuates. Now, again, most of our people are watching from Facebook, not YouTube. So, last week it was 25, then it went to 43. And honestly, and then, this was back in May, it was 116 because we stopped streaming to YouTube for a while. And then after the big Facebook incident, I just started streaming back to everything again. So I would say yes, but you had to look at the longevity of how it's going, that people are watching, over time. So it might not be just that day. So if I go here and look at, since published, and I want to see reach last 7 days, it was put in front of 221 people. So, and out of that 221, there were 34 unique people who watched it, and they want 43 views. So, not the greatest, but the idea is this is going to live out there and people are constantly going to be able to see it. and I'm changing up graphics and stuff like this to make it jump out. I just haven't had a chance to go back and see what the sermon was about, and actually the service was not recorded, so I have to go back and edit. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, folks, that we can do. Lanny, hey, good morning. Yeah, Jai, I think I answered that. Yes, I did. Danilo, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, wants to know, how do you add a pro text in OBS? A pro text? Well, let's see. And just to let y'all know, my vMix system, this system right here, which is my dummy system, that's been running Windows 11. The one that's running vMix right now is running Windows 11. I'm hesitant to do it on my main system yet. I'm going to let that run for a little bit and then verify after that. So, pro text, let's see. So, inside of here, I mean, technically, it's just that text. I don't know if, what do you mean by pro text, unless I'm getting the term wrong. But, that's really just it. Can you get more specific on what exactly are you trying to do with your text? Let me know, and we can address that with some more detail. I normally have 3 monitors, but I hung a TV here for my multi-view, and I was trying to clear up my desk. I think what I'm going to do is get another table mount, and the monitors I have don't have VESA mounts on the back, so I need to get something different so I can mount and get the TVs out of the way, because I'm used to 3 monitors, and I'm not happy that I don't have those now. Sam, I do not have the Ryzen Tosh anymore. I actually rebuilt that into a Windows system and gave that to Spring Creek Baptist Church because they were having an issue with the streaming system I built for them works, but then they were adding Pro Presenter and then adding a bunch of other stuff with 2 Decklink mini monitors. It was just too much. So we split out to make that their Pro Presenter system, and then the Ryzen Tosh I rebuilt with Windows just to run OBS for them, and that's where that's going right now. So no, but I do have an actual M1 Mac Mini. That's what. All right, just turned it on. I'll flip over there. Hopefully my signal will show up and I can show you there for a second. But that's what I'm using right now. So a legit one. So when we can ask some questions, we can do from there. Advent Flame, what is going on? What's going on? Justin would like to know, how do you add animated lower thirds to OBS? Well, there are multiple ways to do that. You could, let me log into my churches and I'll show you. Now, there is the animated plugin that we talked about, and I have a video about that's built into OBS, and a lot of people here on the channel have actually used that. Another thing you could do is actually design it yourself. So we have an animated lower third for our online giving. And if we open it up, so if I go here to online giving, this is, and the cameras are off at the church, that's why you don't see anything. But that is something that I made in DaVinci Resolve. Now, if I come in here and turn the filters off, it's literally just a green screen where I just have animation right there and I'm getting ready to green and turn on the chroma key. I've done that. You could send animated video that's being played through Pro Presenter, whatever type of presentation software, and it just goes through your system that way as well too. NDI, it's a bunch of options there. So this is honestly the easiest one. I actually made this in the middle of service. I just had these are close to the colors that we use. It's not a flag, American flag. It's just a ripple of red, crimson, and white. And then I just blacked it out and then put our ways to give. And that was it. And then in the lower third, and then I chroma keyed that out. So when the cameras are on, boom, that's how you can see it. And you could, that same principle, you could do the same way with any other type of lower third. It's just a video just being played over top of it. and you just erase out the area that you don't want to show. So hopefully that helps. And if y'all want me to do, I thought I did something like that, but if not, if y'all want me to do a detailed video on making something like that, just let me know, and I would be very happy to do that. Mike, saw your conversations talk with Tony Mobley. It was awesome. Thank you. That was really great. That was, if y'all hadn't seen that, it was conversations with Tony Mobley. It was 9 other people of different faiths, and we were just talking about the impact of online and things like that. And surprisingly, a Buddhist, Jewish, a bunch of different other religions, you would think all of us were having the exact same issue. It almost as if we were like, they were human too. They were having the same stuff. It was a very good conversation. I recommend y'all go and check that out. I think I shared it as a post. If not, I'll share it again. Let's go to Sleek Television here. Do you notice the fluctuations on the audio of Facebook live stream where the speaker talks fast and sometimes slow? Their voice thickens and lightens. That is a computer issue. I've seen that before because the computer is struggling to try and keep the video and audio in sync. That's where I've noticed that at a few times. So let me know, what's the specs of the system that you're using to handle the sending the live stream to Facebook, and we can kind of weed it down that way. Advent Flame answering another question from Augustine. We had a decline in viewership over the last month as people are coming back to the building, the church. In September, we were having around 700 to 900 views. Now we're around 500. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Norm saying here, last Sunday, our audio board, the QSC Touch Mix 16, did not start up. We had no sound. Bad for an older congregation. What do you recommend to prevent that? 3 hours and a call to tech support to fix. Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, what did they find? Did tech support find was the issue? Kind of hard to say what is possible, what it could possibly be on that. Oh, and there she is, the one who keeps my calendar straight. D, good morning. What's the purpose of streaming to YouTube and Facebook? Aren't the audiences generally the same people? For me, no. I'm doing it just for reach. I stream to that, Twitch, and a bunch of other places just because it's, hey, I'm casting the net wide. That's why. Like, our audience is predominantly on Facebook, but we do have people on YouTube, and we do have people on Twitch. It might be 1 or 2. But just like that conversations with Tony Mobley, excuse me, said, it was a guy, Leo from London, who's a subscriber, which I was honored. He told me that he was. His thought was, and I really agree, that even if your live stream only touches one person, it's effective. And that's kind of my mindset. I like to just throw the net wide and share, because you just never know who's listening outside of your audience. So that's kind of why I do it. Augustine, have you seen that there's a way to use the Waves plugin in OBS? I am not familiar with the Waves plugin. So if anybody else knows about that, please help Augustine out. Or if you have an answer to it, please share. Really appreciate it. Okay, so Norm was asking about a backup board or something like that. Well, it all depends. How many inputs, how many channels do you currently have on that board? Is it only 16? There are other options that you can use. Honestly, I really need to make that essentials guide for 2022 for media ministries. We've been not trying to stretch myself thin, but I mean, we've had a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to show y'all something here just to show you what we've been busy on, just to be real transparent and show y'all. You might not know what this is, but some of y'all will. Y'all see that right there? This is what we've been working on. Uploaded an updated manuscript, and then I got to go through and do the soft cover and the hard cover. Paperback and the hardcover. Working on that. Still got a little bit more to write, so we got quite a few here. We're at 74 pages right now, but we got. Let me jump all the way down here. We got what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. We got 18 more chapters to write, subjects to write out. So, hey, we are knocking it out, folks. So, like I said, we're going to get this thing out this year. So, that's what we've been busy. But, hey, we're going to work on some other stuff as well, too. Danilo was saying pro-text, meaning that if you write someone's name and you have a logo beside the text. I have not done it that way. I've always made that externally inside of ProPresenter that is fed. ProPresenter, Presenter, whatever presentation software is done there because it's easier for our folks to edit and add new people that way. I have not done it natively like that in OBS except for with that OBS plugin where you can just type in people's names and set the logo that way. I would invite you to check that video out to see if that will work. Any other way, I have not done it that way. Hello, Paul. G. Albert. Hey, you are welcome. Norm wants to know, have you heard of not starting problems with the X32 portable? No, I have not. I have not heard of that. Frank, thanks for your help yesterday with the First Fruits plugin and display in Sanctuary. Hey, you are welcome. Glad you got it working. Sleek Television with his computer specs was saying, I am using the Dell workstation and I've noticed it on our other churches streams with the best of equipment. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only time I've noticed that is because of that delay. I mean, it could be a rendering issue now that I'm thinking about it, how OBS is processing and rendering. I would have to play around with that. Because whenever it happened, I've never been in front of the computer. I've always seen somebody's live stream do it. So I have to see. Back to Norm with resolving his board issue. Tech support had me load latest firmware that fixed it, but what caused the problem is unknown. That is very strange. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot because my daughter was coughing all over the place. And, she loves daddy. So it's like, daddy, daddy, give me a hug. I'm like, back up, little girl. Lanny, what is the easiest way to upload pre-recorded video to YouTube, then link to Facebook? Honestly, I mean, I use Buffer. That's what I use and I still use the free account. So when I come into my computer, and let me cut over so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing here. So like when I come in here to any of my videos, I have Buffer right here. So if I was going to share this, which is not going to go anywhere since it's a private IP address, see, it will link over and I can pick whatever channel and it makes a link and sends out to these 3 places, Twitter, Instagram, and my Facebook page. And that's the same way I have it set up at church to do. That's the easiest way for me to do it. Jamie, hello. Thank you for joining us. John Cook. Do you see any advantage to updating to Windows 11, running vMix and Stream Deck and companion software on a PC running Windows 10? I can't say right now. I do have it on my vMix system right now as a test. I guess for me, because I know these questions were going to come, that's the reason why I did mine. So that way when somebody's talking, like I have a video that I'm going to do for a lot of people who've built systems similar to the specs that I have with the DS 3H motherboard. I'm going to do a video to show how you need to configure the motherboard and everything so that you can actually install Windows 11. I'm more of trying to test it out while you have the option until you get forced. Because again, it's going to get to a time that every system is going to be Windows 11. So it's like you might as well. I'm trying it early on the systems I can. My main system that I work on every single day is not on it because I want to make sure it could work. Do I feel that I haven't noticed any advantages? I mean, I noticed that it hasn't crashed and it hasn't caused any problems, and it seems to be avoiding the every other bad Microsoft Windows product um, issue that they've had in the past. What was it? Windows 90, Windows 98 was good, ME was bad, and then every other has been good. So that was a lot of people's concern with Windows 11, but so far it's going well. But again, I'm gonna put it through its paces before that. Back to Mike. I think it's this fan that is making things a little bit more difficult. Mike says, last night we got approval for getting an Allen & Heath SQ5. Does anyone have this board and can point me to good resources? Actually, it's I think Spring Creek Baptist Church, the church I've been working on, uses that board, I believe. But I know there's plenty of people, Mike, in the Facebook group that have that exact same board. G. Albert, I have members that don't want to join and navigate Facebook, saying that it's too complicated, saying that YouTube is a lot easier. Hope this helps. Okay, awesome. My stage bully number 1 wants to know what's a good camera. That is a very subjective question. It depends. What are you trying to use it for? And I can try and point you in that direction. Augustine wants to know, do you think you would bring the podcast back? I probably would. It's just right now I am super, super busy. And what I want to do is, especially I'm really out of space. What I want to do is actually turn it into a show and then have that be on the channel and then rip the audio and do that at the same time. That's other stuff I want to visit in the future. But Augustine, what I might want to do is I need to start getting the revenue up a little bit higher so that I can actually bring some people on full time so that they can do some of that stuff as well. So it's not just me. Wink, wink. Joey, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Back to Tommy. AJ, we are currently using StreamYard to live stream our broadcast right now. We are looking to go multiple cameras. Can StreamYard integrate with an A10 Mini Pro or Extreme for camera switching? Yes, because all StreamYard, I have Elder J. Kyle. I actually sold him an A10 Mini Pro, and he uses StreamYard with multiple cameras. StreamYard just sees it as a webcam, and then you have the adjustments to switch to other cameras. So yes, that would work very easily. Paul, hey AJ, my pastor was asking, can we have Facebook Live for whole service, then only sermon on YouTube? I'm currently using 12 gigabyte RAM laptop. Any ideas? Yes. All you have to do is, ooh, excuse me. If you are using the OBS plugin, just don't start the live stream to Facebook, and then on the live stream, just start it on YouTube when the sermon starts. That's one way to do it. Or just hit the record button once the sermon part starts and then upload that after. So yes, that is very easy to do. Evan wants to know, do you feel comfortable enough with Windows 11 to use it for any live streaming system? On my laptop, it seems to run lighter than Windows 10, and I was thinking it may be better. Honestly, I'm not sure yet because my church's system, I was going to do it. I'm probably going to do when I'm more around. So that if there's an issue, I'm actually going to do this. But what I plan on doing is upgrading mine at church and then see then. That would be the same test. Because I'm going to put another hard drive in it to back up what's original. So if something happens, I can just swap the hard drive out and then it will just start up back to the old stuff. But I'll see. Joey wants to know, have I tried the NDI bridge successfully? No, I have not. I have not. But it looks like some other folks have. Joey wants to know, how many monitors do you need to use the A10 Mini? You don't need any for the A10 Mini. The A10 Mini doesn't have a multi-view output, so the only thing you're going to see is which input that you picked. So technically, you don't need a monitor for that one, because if you pick number 1, that's what you're going to see. Number 2, there's no way to preview separately that. But if you're just streaming just to yourself and it's not going to any monitors or anything like that in a sanctuary or anything like that, then just one is all you would need. Chasen, hey, good morning. Mousy, good morning to you as well. Let's see. What page are we on? Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's take a quick break. Let's do this Josh's memes. Let me get prepped here so we can see what Josh is going to surprise us with today. Which player am I going to use? We're going to use player number 1. Let's switch to that. And let's see what Josh got for us today. Josh got this one that I posted. I got from somewhere else, which is still hilarious. Twizzlers taste like cherry flavored HDMI cords. That is very correct. Let's go to our next one here. Everything is working and prepared. What can go wrong? 2 hours later, everything has gone wrong. That is very much true. Next one. When you forget to turn on the amps. Yep, been there. Next one. Friend, can I copy your homework? Me, sure. Just change it a bit. And it's funny, for Josh to be such an Apple fan, for him to post that's even more hilarious. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this was me saying Mjolnir is asleep. Let's please try not to wake Mjolnir on Sunday. And then 10 minutes after that, somebody posted a live stream. And Mjolnir had to wake up and kick him out. Which goes with this thing. We have one rule that you can't break. What is that? No live streams in the group. Hey, that is very much true. What else we got? Facebook event in a nutshell. Metaverse. All right, last one. Pastors in 2010. Metaverse is from the devil. 2020. Follow our church services on Meta Live. You know that's about ready to come pretty soon. But thank you there, Josh, for some more hilarity and things like that. Let's see who else we got out here. I said Ballast Media just posted a video about that Waves plugin. Awesome. Y'all check him out. Lanny would like to know, would you suggest replacing Microsoft PowerPoint as our in-house presentation for the TVs to show hymns, titles, and announcements? And if so, what free software would you suggest? I would suggest Presenter by Worship Extreme if you want to go the free route. You could take your PowerPoints, put them inside of there, or you can just use that in general for all of your presentation stuff. I mean, it's very simple, very straightforward to use. So if I cut over here real quick. Oh, I didn't change up my stuff. Hold on. Where's my super source? There we go. So we're here in Presenter. And, I mean, it's really straightforward. You could, so let me just make a new cue list real quick. So you can come in here and easily pick your backgrounds, pick whatever image that you want in the background, and then you can use a web page, you can use video, you can use live video. So if I had my stuff connected to my capture, I could bring that in, but it's going to loop of a loop of itself. So we'll just switch back over to here. And then you could put lyrics, slide, scripture that's already there. You just pick your translation, download your translation, and I'll just say James 1, pick my layout, and then you can have it show like this. You can also, if you already had pre-made PowerPoints, you can just bring them in and just import them, and it'll turn them into a slide. So very, very simple to use. And like I said, it's free. I really recommend, if you've never used a presentation software, try that one. Go to worshipextreme.com, download Presenter, and as long as you have an internet connection, that's all you need. I think is some people have used it and they have really, really, really enjoyed it. Parker, thanks for joining. What you got for us? Hey, AJ, what is the best you would rip audio from a video for free? From a video, honestly, what I do, I know it sounds overkill. Well, you could use, well, I'll put it this way. I would put it in, well, there's two ways you could do it. You could put it in OBS and record and just record the audio from whatever's coming through OBS. Or I would just put it, technically what I would do is just put it in my video editor of choice and just rip the audio that way. That's how I would do it. That way you don't have to worry about if there's any program, just adding a bunch of adware, malware, or something to your computer. So that's what I would think. Streets of Destiny, good morning from Phoenix. Live stream to other platforms. Does it require a different format, portrait versus landscape? No, typically I have not seen any platform that allows you to have different formats. If you send it in landscape, it's going to landscape everywhere. That's the only thing I've noticed. All right, I am not aware of anything that will do different formats for different platforms. Paul, but regarding your answer just now, you said we can do live to Facebook, then record at the same time, then upload later. I've tried that, but the image went jerky. Okay, then most likely it might be a system issue, as in limitation. So like if I cut over here inside of my OBS, if I go to settings, when you go to your output, you have two options. Like right now, this isn't what I normally would use. So here I'm using my graphics card for the encoder for the live stream. And then if your video card is fast enough, you can use it as the encoder for your video recording as well too. Some systems are not fast enough to do that, and you might want to change the quality of your feed. Sorry, somebody just sent me something. What? Don't you just hate it when people just send you some random stuff talking about you have a document that needs to be signed and don't know who it is, don't know what it's from, and I'm like, I'm not signing nothing. Anyway, people are trying some really weird stuff to try and scam people. But anyway, you got to be careful of that. If you're noticing that it might be jerky, you could try and switch these, but it could just be that your system can't handle both at the same time. So I would, that's kind of unique. I mean, if you're trying to do something like that, either you need to up the system so that it can handle it, or like if you had an A10 Mini Pro or something like that, then it can handle the offload of just recording to a different platform or something like that. Unfortunately, just based on, without really knowing the specs and seeing it, if you're saying it's getting jerky like that, excuse me, man, AR is messing me up. Is that's the only thing I would think from there. And that kind of threw me, that cough and this text just kind of threw me for a loop here. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a follow-up. You said that then stop recording and it when normal back my recording. Yeah, that's really high. And if you're streaming to Facebook, that's actually much higher than I think Facebook can even recommend. I would honestly try and drop it down to 3,500 and see if you can do both. G. Alberts, regarding using Worship Extreme in presentation, you can almost import Google Slides. You can also import Google Slides into Worship Extreme for free. Yep, excellent choice. Back to Sam. We have NDI now 5 on my AMD FX 4130 quad core 8 gig. I've tried also with 4, the scan converter, scan capture with region of interest, but when I go to the monitor, it doesn't show QR code is mobile phone. Yeah, I don't know on that one. Ooh, I need to get some water, folks. Has anyone tried the Elgato Camlink Pro PCI card? Yes, I have. I actually built a system for a church that specifically wanted that one. Stephanie Davidson actually did a review on her channel of that card as well too. I think that's what they're using. Now I think it's a good card. The only thing I don't like is input number 1 becomes your multi-view. So you really don't have 4 inputs. One of them becomes the output to use the multi-view. That's the part I don't like. Rummage for Riches. Our live stream greeters that say hello to everyone joining live on Facebook keep getting spam notices from Facebook implying that they are trying to boost engagement. Who all deals with this as well? I have not seen that. I haven't seen that. Anybody else? What y'all think? Let's see. Back to Norm here. Does presenter have remote capability so someone can control it? I am too busy to do that. I have the remote so someone in the pews controls the slides. Yes, but not the free one. The free one will not allow you to do that. I do have the software to do that as well. So let me take the comments down. So I can't zoom in on this lens, but that is the remote for Worship Extreme or Presenter, that it can control it once it's on the network. So yeah, it is available. An option to go through the slides and stuff like that once it's been set up. Hey folks, if y'all like what we're doing here, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button. And boy, I just felt like just drainage just hit right there. So we're gonna have to take something to take care of that because we don't roll like that. What we got going on? I am heading to an on-site in Roanoke, Virginia this afternoon. That's at 3:00. Then we're gonna be heading back to Alta Vista, Virginia, to put some cables in some conduit and then do a training. Then we're gonna be back here in Petersburg to help out a church with their second service with the new equipment that we did at Greater Faith. Then what else? Then we're training another ministry on Tuesday. I'm installing some TVs at my cousin's studio on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to, Monday, we're also going to Liberty Baptist to do a refresher because they're getting ready to start live streaming next Sunday because they're doing a re-entry. And, I mean, we're slammed literally in a good way. We have appointments back-to-back pretty much almost every day leading up to some vacation time. So, let's see. Yeah, so we got that next week. Liberty, we got a consultation. We got a install of my cousins. And then on next week, next Friday, we will not have a live stream because I will be in Columbus, Ohio from Thursday until Monday doing an install, audio and video install, and on-site, and being there with them their first service on Sunday with all the new equipment out there. And then yeah, we're rolling. We got, and I think the first free time I got is going the 22nd, the 22nd through the 24th, right before Thanksgiving, and then we got something else on that 27th, and then after that, woo, December, and then we is going on vacation on December 10th. I'm excited about that, but that was just stalling for more people to say some stuff. Paul, I actually thought like one laptop for live streaming to Facebook, then the other laptop will be recording or live streaming to YouTube. Would that be possible? Yes, that's possible. Just need to know where your signal is coming from, how it's going to go split into both systems. But yes, that is possible. Keith, hey, good morning. I almost missed. Gotta set my alarm. What is a good inexpensive external capture device for the Panasonic V770 and laptop? Honestly, I actually have it in my bag. It's the $10 capture card that we reviewed quite a while ago. A lot of people are using them as backups. They are very, very good. And plus, they're so cheap, you can always go through them. So I would say start with those, and it's good. I actually have two of them. Well, I had two of them. There's one around here somewhere. I don't know where the other one is. Maybe it's in my bag. I know one of them is in my bag with me. I always take it with me because you just never know. Yeah, I am for Ohio. I am leaving Thursday, and I'm heading out there then. Back to Norm. How do you contact an audio board professional for a particular board to come to do professional setup for an audio board? It all depends. I mean, I have a contact. Where are you based out of? I would honestly go to a local music store, or you could reach out to Sweetwater. There are some great people. They can get you some point you in the right direction to reach some other people. Good morning. And let me step away for a second. I need to get something because this is really bothering me. I'll be right back. All right, I got my great crystal light, so we should be good to go. Tyrone wants to know, can you use iPads with Resi for streaming? I'm not 100% sure for that one. I have not personally used Resi. I wanted to, but then I had a little communication issue with them, so I might have to revisit, but I do not know on that one. Joe wants to know, what are other channels to use besides Facebook and Twitter with Restream? Twitch, Daily Motion, Periscope, Steam, even though that's gaming. You can use that. I mean, there are tons that you can use with that. What do you use for streaming? Well, me personally, my church, we stream to ministry. We stream to Vimeo, and Vimeo rebroadcast to Facebook and YouTube. Right now, I am using a Blackmagic web presenter that's going directly to YouTube, but then sometimes I use vMix that can go to any platform, or on a good day, if I'm doing tutorials, I use OBS. So I kind of bounce through all of them. We are using a Rode Wireless Go connected to the mixing board and an iPhone to stream the service live. When there is music, it sounds really bad with voice. Only it sounds real good. Ideas. Yeah, I just don't think that the Rode Wireless is really meant for that. It's mainly quoted for just for voice, I would believe. So I have both sets there. That's the number 2 and then number 1 here. I got this when we were gonna go to NAB, so that everybody had separate wireless so that we weren't sharing. But they've been in this case right here for that purpose. Yeah, I think it's just because of how it's done. I don't think that would work very well. Now, are you just using the mic to pick up everything, or are you having all of the sound go into the transmitter, like instead of a lavalier, and then transmit it that way? That might give you better quality. And also, try and turn down the gain. How high do you have it? When I use those Rode Wireless, I have it down to almost 0, and it sounds great. Keith wants to know, what is the name of that $10 capture card? It's kind of a generic brand, but let me see if I can just find it here. Well, they've gone up in price, but here it is. This one right here. It's now $17, but still, that is very, very affordable. And it's a bunch of people that make it, but it looks exactly the same. It's the same one that I've used before, my brother-in-law has used, and this is the one that I did a video on. That right after I did the video, it burnt up. But again, I got them when they were down to like $7, and I got like 2 of them. And other people, they've used 3 of them. They've been using them for months without an issue. So I will include the link down below for that. HDMI capture card. All right, sent that out there to you. Let's see. Paul, back to Paul. Hey AJ, the Worship Extreme Pro plan, is that the plan for one computer to use, or once you start on the monthly, it allows you to not need internet access, and it does allow concurrent uses. So, okay, back. It said the gain is almost at 0. Yeah, I don't know that. That's interesting. But how is that all hooked up? Man, whew, that congestion is hitting here. All right, folks, we're going to be shutting it down here in about like 15 minutes so I can get on the road so we can get all the way down to Roanoke. Yeah, I think it's probably best I go ahead and take about like one more, and then we're going to be shutting it down here. I would honestly try checking out. Hold on one second. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh, yo, spam people get on my nerves. Any suggestion on a wireless device to transmit audio from the mixing board to the iPhone? I mean, I would think, honestly, I would think that would work. I just don't understand why. Send me an email at questions@ajhomes.com and give me a detailed setup, how you're having everything connected, and then maybe we can go from there. I'm going to burn through these last 3, and then we got to go here. Have you had any experience with the box cast? No, not directly. I have not. But what is your question about it? And we go to this other one here. I didn't understand. What about the first HDMI input? And the first input gives you the multi-view. So that input would show you all of the inputs that are coming in. So like with the ATEM, it has another output. Like right now, I have a TV that's on the wall right here in front of me that shows me all of the inputs. For the Cam Link Pro, that gives you the same thing, but you lose one connection. That one HDMI in becomes the out for the multi-view. So you only have 3 inputs if you want to use that. All right, folks. So like I said, we're going to be shutting it down because I got to get on the road here. Again, my apologies for an early live stream compared to when we normally do this at 10:45 on Fridays. But if you still have any questions, you can email me at questions@ajayhomes.com. We'll do our best to get in touch with you as best as we can. And that's it. I want to thank the patrons and Patreon supporters. Patrons and Patreon support, Patreon supporters in making these videos possible. Their names on the screen right now, and you too can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. And again, my apologies. I think this is not my most current one, so if your name is not on here, please charge it to me not putting it up on here and not copying over. But I do appreciate your support. And we also have a bunch of YouTube members as well. We have way more on here, and it looks like this was not updated either, so my apologies. But I thank y'all both, no matter which way you go. And when we get to that $1,000 mark from memberships and Patreon, that ATEM Mini is going as a thank you to a random person in the YouTube members or the Patreons. And again, I'm not knocking anybody else. I use Patreon to raise money to where we can help bless other ministries. That's what I use it for. That is not going towards the Tesla or houses or paying off bills or something like that. That's funds for my ministry. What this is to help fund and do and give back. That's what that is all about. So if you want to be a part of that and helping give back and helping other ministries that you might never meet, hey, that's what the Patreon supported or the YouTube members, that's where that goes to. So thank y'all so much, folks, for watching. Hey, if no one ever told you, thank you so much for what you're doing, is because of what you're doing and your dedication and your call for this volunteer staff ministry that you're doing. You're able to impact and change lives by bringing the message to people like never before. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everything that you're doing. Y'all have a great day, afternoon, evening, night, weekend, whatever it is, and we'll be seeing y'all on the next video. Later.